both in and out of the cage. And speaking of out of the cage, I have never seen that in the LFA in 157 events.
Unbelievable.
What? Oh my goodness. That could have been a lot worse. The power and just blows through the cage door, Gil. Yeah.
Hey guys, Rob here with McDojo Life, and that had to suck. The video you just got done watching of that dude getting tossed through the cage door happened at Legacy Fighting Alliance 160 on June 16th of this year. As you can see, fighter Josiah Harrell double-legged his opponent Mike Roberts right through the cage door. That is crazy. That incident made a lot of headlines and shocked a lot of people, but as crazy as it was, it's not the first time, or even the second time. Take this next one for example.
Coloquei ele de novo no golpe baixo, a outra joelhada voadora, onde o Galo...
Now that video was at Home Fight Championship 3 in Brazil in 2021. Fighter Romero Reyes kneed his opponent right through the cage door. Kinda seems like if you're a door in the MMA industry, your days are numbered.
It's gonna fall.
See? Going back even farther than that though, on June 6, 2006, during a Strikeforce event, fighters James Irvin and Bobby Southworth suffered the same fate.
Last thing you want to be is a door.
Oh, it doesn't stop there. There's plenty more. This next video is from Cage Titans 27 in 2016. This time it was fighters James Collins and Marty Navis who fell victim to the door. Now I could sit here and continue to show these videos all day long, and that would be very entertaining. But I kind of want to get to the point. So here's one last one. This match took place in 2012 at Hard Rock MMA 43 in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Fighters Brandon Bishop and Braden Ward suffered a double knockout because of this one. By now, I'm pretty sure you guys are getting where I'm going with this.
You got a real problem with that door.
Exactly. I had the opportunity to sit down with Brandon Bishop from that last fight and actually discuss this with him. Here's what he had to say. I'm here with my guest, Brandon Bishop, and Brandon Bishop is a victim of an MMA door. He himself went through an MMA door during an MMA match in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And I was hoping, Brandon, maybe you can kind of walk us through what happened.
Sure. Yeah, I had a pretty typical match up until this point with a guy named Braden Ward. And he shot in for a takedown. My back was to the cage, so I expected to hit the cage and be able to wall walk up. But when I hit the cage, the door swings open. We both fly out. We fell down the stairs. And then as I hit the floor, he slid into me and hits me. And we both hit our heads on the concrete and double knockout. They considered it a no contest, but we were both suspended for the knockout for medical reasons.
So after your match, what was the cause of the issue with the door? Did they tell you?
They claimed that the hinge, the bottom hinge on the left side of the door had been damaged, and that's what allowed the door to swing open. And you can watch the tape back, and you can see that the door swings open with zero to, I mean, there's hardly any resistance there at all. And they are looking at the hinge side of the door at some point, but I didn't see any repairs being made to the cage, and there were people that fought after that. So I'm not sure exactly what happened physically to the cage to allow it to open.
To be honest, I didn't know this was a reoccurring issue until very recently. But after hearing about this problem and doing a lot of research, I have so many videos on this subject that I have videos that I don't even know where they came from. See? Another one. Most of the time with these issues, it's the cage door flying open mid-fight. But sometimes it's not just the cage door opening that's the issue. Sometimes it's the cage door itself that causes the damage. Take this video for example.
In that pocket, push it, push it. Yep, good, let's finish up. Come on. Let's watch the angles here. This is your zone, Hunter, let's go.
Hunter Boone received an 8-inch laceration because of that incident. But back to the door opening issue. With all of these incidents of fighters flying right out the cage door during fights, why hasn't this issue been corrected? Now, don't get me wrong. I know that mistakes and accidents can and will happen. But when there's something so documented that it's reoccurring, if it happens again, at this point, it's just simply negligence. So what exactly can we do to actually prevent this from happening again? Brandon Bishop seems to have come up with a very easy solution to this problem.
I think it's a pretty simple solution, and I don't think it's going to cost anybody any money on the front end of it. I think what we need to do is we need to implement some in-swing doors. This way, the plate that prevents the door from swinging closed in this case now will prevent the door from swinging open to the outside of the door. So this would be something as simple as re-engineering the door plates to be an in-swing door versus an out-swing door. The only criticism I've heard about this is, well, what if a fighter gets knocked out against the door and a body is laying against the door and you can't move them to get the door open? And my solution to that is just simply make another door on the opposite side. I mean, there's no way you're going to have two people knocked out at opposite sides of the cage at the same time.
Not a bad idea. Some of these issues boil down to simply the person did not put the pin in the door to lock it properly.
I did have another incident earlier in my career where the doorman just simply didn't close the door and the referee didn't notice it, and he tells me, start fight. And I had to go around and show him, like, hey, the door is open, man.
So if that's the case, why not a self-locking gate latch? Then you no longer have to worry about the pin problem. But of course, no matter what solution is offered to fix this issue, there will always be the issue of human error, as we saw with the laceration on the head because there wasn't a piece of padding where it should have been on the door. So while we're waiting on some type of a fix for this particular issue, Brandon actually has a little bit of advice for you MMA fighters out there who want to make sure that your fight goes well and you stay safe.
Well, I'd say on a personal level, I think you just need to be vigilant and physically watch the door be closed, watch the pin be put in. It's on everybody to make sure that we're safe, including ourselves. I can't just go in so focused that I'm negligent to my other safety measures around me. So on a personal level, be vigilant, make sure that you look at the equipment yourself, check out the cage before the fight.
This brings us to the question of the day. How do you think that we can solve this problem with the MMA door being busted wide open during fights? Be sure to answer that question in the comment sections below so that way I know that you watched the entire video. As always, thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and memberships. Keep the martial arts legit.
My baby got robbed the other day by the degenerate. So she wanted to learn some new form of this self-defense. So she did her research and perused it online and found this dude said he could move shit with his mind. He called himself Seafood Paul Zimmerman. He got a dojo with a strip mall near Cinnabon. Now she spends all day trying to break boards with her thoughts, but the only thing she's breaking is my leg.